Hi guys! So one of the most exciting things I added to my journaling lineup this year was a Hobonichi Techo. And I've had a while to work in it, and I've set up this cute travel pouch so that I can keep up with the daily entries a little bit better because it's very portable and easy for me to take with me. Another way that I've made the daily entry thing work for me is that at the beginning of the month, I will decorate most of the pages, and that way they're ready for me to work on. And so if I just want to jot some things down at the end of the night, I don't have to worry about the decorative component, but I still get the joy and fun of being creative on the pages. So this is just a pouch that I got at the Disney store a while ago. It came in a set of 3, and I just think it's so cute with the donut theme, and it's the perfect size. It also, since this is a plastic case, means it's a really good protector because it is, fairly waterproof or water resistant. And this adorable folder that I have to use with it to keep my supplies in is from Happy Scrappy, and I love it. And there's not too much in it right now. I am trying to keep my Hobonichi Techo as slim of a profile as possible, so I have been looking through my collection and also looking to purchase things that are relatively flat so that I won't add a ton of bulk to it throughout the year. And then these are some things that I just have to help me be creative. Because when I'm stamping or watercoloring, I like to place extra sheets underneath the page that I'm working on to protect pages that are underneath. And that all goes in there nicely. And then this is just a highlighter that I have been using. I really like this color, and I happen to have it. And then I thought these two looked nice together. This is just a pen I got from a recent Happy Scrappy kit. It is a black gel ink, and I like just having that ready, so if I'm short a pen, I can use that. So I was really worried about using gel ink in my hobo, but it hasn't really been a problem. So this is the A6 Hobonichi Techo. This is the Stife version, and I've just set it up with a couple cute die cuts. And this is another folder from Happy Scrappy that, let's see, I don't have anything in it right now actually, but I did at one point. I had post-it notes in there, but it just fits in here perfectly and adds a bit of pretty color. So I have that there. And this won't be super exciting to look at the first month because I did have to edit it and cover up some details with post-it notes to protect privacy. So like I said, this is the Stife version, so it has the cute little bear on it, and it is the English version, which I really like because I do enjoy reading the quotes in English at the bottom. This I just got in a pen box from Happy Scrappy, and I just thought it was a cute thing to put in there. And I haven't done too much with the calendars at the beginning yet, but I will show you how I set up January. So in January, there's, this notes page. It gives you some forward planning, notes page, and then you get to January. And I saw on Instagram that a user I really like to follow, she uses vellum to tip in, and this was the perfect vellum to use because the blue is so cute and colorful, and it shows up against whatever you have in the back. You'll see that the next month for February doesn't show up as nicely, but it's still fun and I do enjoy it. So I just put a quote over here. And so at the beginning of the month, to set this up, I did go through and add some decorative touches and some stamping because this is my first time using a Hobonichi and my first time using Tomoe River paper. So I was just really excited to get in here and start doing some stuff, figuring out what would work, what wouldn't work. And like I said, I know it's not super interesting to look at, but I just thought it would be nice to show you how my first month kind of went. And so this is what I mean. When I would stamp, I was just like, it doesn't necessarily bleed through, but you get a lot of shadowing. But I've decided that I kind of like how that will add just a little extra dimension to the page underneath it. So when I first got it, you can see I was being pretty just, basic, just putting some borders and stuff on it and just exploring and using my stamps. And I did all of the stamping beforehand, and then later on as I was writing, I might fill in some things. This is the one I was most kind of concerned about because it was so dark on the other side, but once you write on the other side, you really don't notice the images as much, I find. And so I've just clipped a couple pages together. But you can see that I just really enjoy using color. These are actually washi stamps. So that's really nice because on the other side you get some ghosting, and that's pretty. Then this was planning for Disney. And to delineate my Disney vacation, I wrote all the pages, all the journal entries in red, and I used some Zoom stickers to kind of set that part aside and make it stand out in my journal. So I really like how that all turned out. And then I had done a dark purple, and it came through. So I wasn't sure what I was going to write here, but then unfortunately this, Kobe Bryant accident happened, and that just really struck me because he's only 41. My husband and I are 42. We have a 13-year-old daughter, so that would just really struck me. So I just kind of noted that down on here. So normally that kind of stuff doesn't make my journals, but it just really made me, just was a reminder of how precious life is. So then on the 27th, I was back home, so I was able to get out some more stuff. I had only kind of pre-decorated up to the 26th. And then I had left sort of the end of the month blank still. So this was my first time watercoloring, and then I did some colored pencils in, and I just really loved how this turned out. I loved the shadowing of the hearts from the page behind it. These I also did just a basic color wash because, like I said, this was the first time I'd ever watercolored in this book. So I was kind of just trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but I did like how I stamped these in a dark color, and I just like how they come through on this page. So watercoloring, is really fun. Oh, I have these together for some reason. So then this is February, and you see what I mean? How like this is this beautiful vellum that I got from a subscription kit from Happy Scrappy, but because it's like kind of a silver foil, it does blend in more with the back, but obviously you can see the design when you raise it up. It's I really love it, and I did add some watercolor. This one came out brighter than I wanted it to, so I kind of used a penguin sticker to cover it up. But since these are ink bottles, I thought that would be a fun little touch to add. And then I just stamped February on here with Stays on Ink. And I really like using this decorative vellum or something, a decorative piece, to just kind of mark where the next month starts. And then this, I just used some found objects. This is actually from a J. Jill catalog. I just really liked the big love. And and so is this right here. So I just cut it out and added it. So this is my February page. I'm sure I'll put something here, some kind of lovey-dovey thing right there eventually. And so this is why I wanted to hurry up and show this to you, because I'm recording this on February 2nd. And so I want to show you how the pages look before I add the journaling, and that way I won't have to kind of edit my writing, and I can share. So I had started with, I was going for a vintage, more elegant postal theme. I got out all these beautiful stamps that I love to pick up at places like Tuesday Morning. I really like key images. I love just scrolls, stuff like that. I just think it looks so pretty on your pages, but then I don't gravitate towards using them. And so this is wrinkly because I was doing some watercolor splatter on here just to add a little extra touch on it, and I just do kind of like the crinkly feel of the paper. And then I recently got a whole set of these from, I think, Peachy Cheap for a really good deal. I think I got like 5 booklets for like $10, and I think they were a similar price when they were at Hobby Lobby, like $10, or maybe not quite that much, but for just one booklet. So I thought getting like 5 of them for $10 was an awesome deal. And I purposely got them to use in my Hobonichi Techo because I thought that this smaller size would look really perfect on these A6 pages, and I think they go really nicely together. So I added some stickers in here. This is covering a big stamp fail, but that's okay. I like how that turned out. I just really love all these like images, but then again, you can see how this is a sort of ghosting because I stamped it on the other side, but I intentionally thought about that when I was stamping it because I knew it would look pretty on the other side. So you can see my big stamp fail shadow. This key was actually supposed to be stamped here. But I accidentally, for some reason, put the key stamp down the back side, so I just got a big splotch instead of the image. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I must have been creating too late at night. But some more of those stickers and just fun things. I'm still continuing on with my elegant, sort of postal vintage theme for Valentine's Day. I thought that would be a really nice, lovely thing. And then I had some pink watercolor ink out for a different project. I thought, oh, I'll just add some splatters. I think I went back and added some blush pink to the other pages, but then it was all over because the rest of the month is very bright. I just naturally gravitate, I think, towards brighter colors, more cutesy, kawaii design aesthetic. So, so much for that. That's okay though. So I had decorated pages for the 1st through the 7th in one go, and then I think this was at least two different crafting times, but I will do several pages at a time. And so you can see I put this purple down. I accidentally closed it, but then I liked how there was some transfer over here, so I just kept it. And I'm enjoying using my Erin Condren Amy Tangerine collab stamps. So I just decided to go full in with the cute Valentine's theme. So this is what I mean by I pre-decorate the pages and just try to make them fun. I picked a theme. I thought it was going to be this vintage postal theme, but it ended up just being kind of a Valentine's Day theme for the rest of the time. I am still loving stamping and layering, things like that. So I just thought that, my friend who is way more organized than I am, she sent my kids their Valentine's Day cards. She's my son's godmother, and these arrived on, I think, February 1st. I couldn't believe it. I haven't even started thinking about Valentine's to send yet. She's super organized. These are more Amy Tangerine stamps, the images, and I just love how they look. And then I got into, I love this collection. I have a number of things. This is an older set. It might look a little familiar to people who shop at Michael's, but it might be 2 years old, 2 years old. It's really cute stuff though. And so I wanted to use that. And this is 110 in a million. And these are some, actually up here, these are some Mommy Lay stamps. So just kind of went with this whole love vibe theme and just decided to go all out and decorate the rest of the month in this same theme. That way, I had about I think it was more like 3 creative sessions where I could kind of set up the month. I could decorate it, but then, sometimes, especially with a daily journaling project, you don't get around to it until late at night or you're tired. So I like having this set up and I'll be more successful. I was, like I said, I finished all of January. These are other new stickers. I just got these at Tuesday morning. It was only $6.99 for this book, and I told myself I didn't need it, but obviously it did because it came home with me and I love it. So that's how I finished up February, and that is how I have kind of set myself up to be successful. This kind of system might not work for everybody. I know some people like to do the decorating in real time when they're writing, but this will enable me to stay on top of my daily journal entries, and it allows me to be creative, to use my supplies, and to just kind of play with paper and cute stuff, which is what I like to do for my hobbies. And it also will let me, I am loving this A6 size because I can journal without feeling the pressure of filling, a lot of space. This is a doable, manageable kind of jot down space for me to write some things about every day. And I'm just really loving this size. And I'm so glad I was able to, finally pull the trigger and make the decision to start using this Hobonichi Techo A6 journal. So I'm excited to see if I can complete this for 2020. I already love how it's, looking very written in and loved from the side, and I can already imagine how pretty and satisfying it will look to have all these pages be written on and look well loved by the end of the year. And if I forgot to mention, this is my cover from So What Else Is New. She does not currently have this pattern in stock, but she does make A5 covers. So if you're looking for an A5 cover kind of folio type deal, you should check her out on Etsy. So I will be back soon with my next new entry into my journaling collection. Bye, and thanks for watching.